Shout out, shout out. The Connects. Luis Guzman.
Yes, welcome to another episode of I'm an Artist, Not a Salesman podcast, where we highlight the journey of entrepreneurs and business people alike to showcase that every light and dark moment creates a beautiful piece of art. And this is episode 009. I am your host, Luis Guzman. I got some special guests in the building tonight. I'm very excited for this episode. You're going to learn a lot about these two gentlemen. They are great entrepreneurs, great people in general. And I am talking about no other than John Ramsay and Justin Caruso. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How y'all feeling, man? Talk to me. What's going on?
Good, man. Feel good, man.
Feeling good, feeling great. You guys ready to have a good time?
Absolutely.
Right,
Thank you for having us.
Listen, obviously, I came across your business through social media, which is a great marketing tool. Mm-hmm. And you guys own Paramount Gym, which we're going to get into. Mm-hmm. But before we get into all that, I ask every guest the same question before we start. And we'll start, I guess, with John first. Who is...
Lead it off.
And you're going to answer the same question, so it's going to be back to back.
At least I get to think about it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Who is John Ramsay?
Oh, man. How much time do we got?
The floor is yours, brother.
John Ramsey is the owner of Paramount Gym. Mm-hmm. Currently, I'm an individual who's had many experiences, some good, some bad. And I'm just trying to make it for myself. You know, just enjoy. I like to have fun. You know what? John Ramsey likes to have fun.
Likes to have fun. So that's in a nutshell right there. I got you.
I like that.
And how about you, Justin? Talk to me. Who is Justin Caruso?
I mean, John kind of stole my thunder there because I like to have fun too. I'm just a human being, man. I got flaws. You know, I have a lot of positive assets. You know, I try to shed light on anyone I meet. I try to be a beacon of light of, and just a positive person because there's so much negativity around in the world right now.
Absolutely, brother.
You know, and when John says he likes to have fun, man, I just like to smile and laugh because
positive vibes.
That's all, man. Like everybody takes everything so serious, man. It's just nice to sit back and, I get to, run a business, run my dream with like literally my best friend.
It's a great feeling, isn't it? I relate to that because me and my best friend is the same thing.
It's insane, and I think we had a moment last week where we were at the gym. I came in because I run the night shift at the gym. Okay. And John hung around for a little bit, and like 3 or 4, yes. John hangs around. He likes to be there. I mean, it's his baby.
Best friends,
yeah, it's his baby too.
Yeah, both your babies.
Yeah. So we come in and like 3 or 4 of our like closest friends show up, and we're all just there. And it's like, it's first of all, it's our business. Our friends are there. Everybody's happy. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's smiling. And like I walked away. And I was like, I had to pinch myself, like I couldn't believe like this is where I was at.
The dream's coming true.
Literally.
Yeah, you're living the dream.
And the next day I told John, I was like, dude, isn't that crazy? Like, and he said the same. He's like, I thought
the same thing.
Really? You guys thought the same exact thing?
We didn't talk to each other about it, but he said this like,
it was the handful of people were also, close friends, successful in their own way. And all I think, if I remember who was there, very intricate in making our dream, creating what we, helping us create what we've created.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was like kind of, that's it. When you really think about, I forget who, I don't know if I was telling somebody or I wrote it in one of the Instagram posts, but everybody involved in the creation of this, from like the earliest inceptions, from the early conversations at Justin's, kitchen table.
Right.
Everybody involved in this is somebody that we care deeply for. From the guy that mediated our initial discussions and wrote our business plan. To
Shout
the
out
guy.
Patrick, LFG.
Well, we're talking about. I mean, I got Scott and Allen, Patrick, Eric the contractor, Charlie Adesi, Gina Gerard.
Yep.
Oh, you.
Oh man, come on, you
guys thought this was
prepared, bro. Damn.
You thought this was
the
that?
real
This
deal.
is
I
an
didn't
artist, not a salesman, bro.
It is all supposed. He does his homework, dog.
Absolutely,
Good
man.
job, bro.
And, well, this is great. You're saying this because this is actually one of the questions I have for you guys. So let's just kind of set it off with this.
Sure.
Right? So all those names I mentioned, right? You guys are in this space right now at your gym, not at someone
They
else's
weren't
gym.
all there, but
a handful of them. Yes.
So at your gym, which is the most paramount moment, right?
Mhm.
Like this is where you guys dream
That was
to
good.
be at.
That was
You see what I'm
good. That was
saying?
good. That was good.
And, you know, so it takes me to that question. All the names you mentioned shared a collaborative effort in the physical genesis of Paramount Gym. So do you feel that collaboration is one instrumental in building a business? And what have you learned from each other that helped shape the brand that you have with these people?
You want me to take that one first? And you jump
Are you asking what we have learned from each other or from
The people
everybody?
you collaborated with. I'm
From the
sorry.
people that we
The
collaborate-
people that we just mentioned, yeah. And how does that work in business collaboration? Like how does that make you better in business collaborating?
I mean, for me, all these people were literally just like our our guide. Like they guided us in this because we had no idea what we were doing.
You were blind through the
Blind.
well, not through the process, but in the beginning.
No, through the process. We were blind, bro. Okay, like you're talking to two people that, never even thought about going into business for themselves. We're part of like corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we can all relate.
The people that you had just mentioned and others also, all have, made that switch over to entrepreneurship and, were in business with themselves and are successful. So us, like without them, there would be no Paramount. We would not be sitting here. Because like I said, we had no idea what we were doing. He talked about the kitchen table at my house. Like we sat at my kitchen table with a notebook and an idea and somebody mediating it. And that somebody was this kid, Patrick, he owns LFG not a car dealer, it's a lease financing group.
Okay, gotcha.
And he's just very business savvy. He's
a genius.
He's one of the smartest people I've ever met. He just has that business mind, and no matter what he does, he's going to be successful. So we sat there and he just asked us questions, gave us tasks, and the next week we came back with answers, and somehow we're sitting here.
Give me a particular example about the task.
I mean, like literally, so he told us what we want in our gym. Tell me what is going to separate your gym from XYZ gym, and we wrote, like, I have what I'm interested in. John has what he's interested in. We're very alike, but we're very different. That's what I think is really good about us.
Absolutely.
So we both brought our ideas and, what we liked about, the fitness world to the table. And we tried to recreate that, on paper and then bring it to life. And he helped us bring it to life.
Wow,
he was one of the ones that's, helped.
One of the catalysts in this whole,
Absolutely.
Progression of Paramount Gym.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel about the collaboration, John?
One thing, just to piggyback on what he says, I remember one of the tasks he made us write, like what was it, like a who, what, how, one of those.
Why, when.
Yeah, exactly.
He had us write that, and we had to like present them to each other.
Read it to him like he was a teacher.
That's great.
I think it was more about presenting it to each other,
Yeah.
and like he said, the similarities and oh my god, the differences.
Wow.
And let me tell you right now that the answers that are on that paper are so far from what we have today.
Really?
It's the evolution.
Mm-hmm.
If you had asked me what I wanted, I had an image in my head. It's nothing like what we have now.
Right.
And I couldn't be happier with what we have. I'm so grateful that it's not
What we
the image
first
that what I
envisioned.
wanted. If you gave it to me that day and you said, John, what do you want? I would have said, I want this. And if you had gave it to me the next day, I think I would have shortchanged myself.
Understood. Yeah. 'Cause- go ahead.
But as far as collaboration is concerned, I'm just collaboration is imperative because nobody's good at everything.
Understood. That's
I consider myself a fairly self-aware individual. I know what I'm decent at. I know what I'm not good at. I'm not good at a lot of things. And it gave us an opportunity to network And we went out and we, grabbed onto the people that we thought, like I said in that post, were the best at what they do. I remember when we, we want to do this. This is who I want to do it. Oh, you want to do this? We need to have this person do it.
It's so funny you say that, right? Because you guys said you were blind. I'm going to tell you right now, you weren't blind. You were unconsciously doing what a successful entrepreneur does, and that's hire the right people or collaborate with the right people to get the right result. Businesses fail in the first 2 years because the owner thinks he can do everything, or she can do everything themselves. You guys understood blindly, okay? Remember, this was all put in your face in light. Blindly, you were able to unconsciously recognize we need help.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with entrepreneurs that think they can do it all by themselves. You can't. So without you guys even knowing this, before Paramount came Paramount Gym, you were already thinking like smart entrepreneurs. You were collaborating. That's why that question was so important for me to ask you guys. Because
that makes me feel good.
No, seriously,
Makes me feel,
And again, as a fellow entrepreneur as well, we need to uplift each other because it's not easy. What you do, what I do, what Gabe does, it takes a lot of mental strength and discipline. And I feel that even though you were blindly going into this without knowing much, unconsciously you had the foresight to see, oh wow, we need help.
Yeah.
And you were able to connect with the strongest group of people that fit into your business model, and they're your friends, which is like it's too easy having your cake and eat it too. It's exactly what you guys have, and then your dynamic here as best friends. How did that begin? What did you guys meet?
We're gonna jump into this.
You want to take that?
There we go. We were talking about, we talked a little bit about prior to the record button going on, the vices and bad decisions. We met probably 10 years ago in a 12-step fellowship.
Oh wow!
So
look at that. Oh my God, I did not know that. Well, obviously I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So we've both been clean for a long time.
Wow, God bless you guys, man.
Yeah.
God bless you guys.
I
So
appreciate that.
10 years sober to the day you guys
20.
met. 20.
He's got 20. I have 10 years.
God
I met
bless you,
him.
man.
Scooped them up.
I walked into
"Come
that.
with me."
Nice,
I
man.
walked into that fellowship and saw this kid. That obviously you were talking about before. He's 40 years. He's 39 years old. He looks like he's 20.
Yeah,
right?
it's unbelievable, man.
And so when I met him 10 years ago, he looked like he was 16, and he's talking about how he's clean for 10 years. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I chose a path where I made a lot of wrong decisions, and I thought I was gonna that's the way I was gonna live and die, and somehow I was plucked out of there, and someone like John scooped me up and told me that there's a better way. And I haven't had a drug or a drink in 10 years, and John, like he said, 20 years.
Wow, same for you too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
Wow. God bless you. That's inspiring to me because, again, I
can have an apple, right?
Sure. You deserve more.
you want your
bowl.
like
Have the bowl.
emotional
No,
after
this
that?
is
I
good,
gotta
man.
like.
This is good. But you know what? It's emotional. It's emotional because it's your truth, and sometimes we're so hard on ourselves that we don't have a moment to reflect on where we've been at on a journey.
Yeah.
And when you look back at the journey, sometimes it sounds surreal even coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
I've been sober 20 years. I've been sober 10 years. But there is a higher purpose for both of you. And I feel, I'm a man of faith, I'll be honest with you. So I believe in God, and I feel like God sometimes intervenes in a way we can't even explain. But having you guys meet at that point in your lives, it's powerful, man. And the way you guys impacted each other's lives to this point, there's a bigger purpose here. And Paramount's just the beginning. And I'm just saying that, and I met you guys for 20 minutes already.
Yeah.
So just hearing that alone, it gives me goosebumps because it's more conviction for me that you guys are on the right path, because you found yourself in the dirt, you cleaned yourself up, no stains. Still got a couple bruises here and there.
That's right.
But we're rocking and rolling, we're moving forward, right?
That's right.
So that brings me to my next question.
I just want to clarify
Please.
real quick. Because I know that there's, misconceptions. That's not the depth of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? We met there. I think it's important to not define myself by something that I don't do.
Right. No, of course.
And like, it's not like we're sitting here, we're talking about like, oh, we're gonna stay sober today.
It's
like,
not
he's
even a
my
thought.
brother.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like we talk about, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
we-
saying?
Gotcha,
It's
man.
like,
It's not even hard anymore. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. I don't talk about the past. It's all about like positivity and like you said, we're like, he's my best friend. He talk about like what normal normal best friends talk about.
That's beautiful, man.
So it's
That
like
is-
it was a part of our past that's no longer the way that we live, and like it's we shouldn't get any pats. It's not like it. Listen, it was great that we got out of that and we're doing well, but you don't get any pats on your back for not living like that. Like you're supposed to act like an adult, you're supposed to be a man, and
It's a little cliche.
it's that is a little
The
cliche.
story's a little cliche
the story's
nowadays.
I don't want. Yeah,
But it's our story.
but it's our story, and
but
we're
it
gonna,
doesn't define you.
That's
It's just
that's
part.
it's just
It's
part of
something
our
you went
story.
through.
That's it.
But this is not
That's
a
it.
victim mentality type of.
No,
and that's
no.
Again, it's. I had a conversation with a friend of mine that's a lawyer, and he was telling me that this guy came into my office. He was upset because I didn't want to take on his case. I just did 5 years in jail, blah, blah, blah. That's the hardest thing I ever, that's the hardest thing to do in life. And he said, no, the hardest thing to do in life is to not do things illegal. Actually go to law.
Not go to
I
jail.
went to law school for 8 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I busted my tail to get a business. I'm an immigrant from Cuba, and now I'm a lawyer.
Right.
And I'm not taking on your case. I thought that was powerful because the victim mentality will destroy you faster than any vice, any addiction can.
Self-pity's a motherfucker.
Exactly.
Oh, excuse my language.
Bro, you're good. It's all good. You can
And it's everywhere.
but self-loathing,
self-loathing,
the,
and I could get in that place. I really can. I could get the poor me syndrome and stuff like. I could get the poor me syndromes and the self-pity, but like I have people like John in my life and other people that will remind me that like, listen, look around. We're blessed. Like you say, you're a man of faith.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
I
brother.
I won't get too much involved, but I share similar views.
Absolutely.
That I'll say. I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. Man.
And like gratitude, man, is a big thing.
It's a big thing, bro. It's
big thing.
accountability partners. That's
Yeah.
why I call it with my partner in fencing. We check ourselves, not just in business, but like, hey, how you feeling today, brother?
That's right.
You seem a little stressed when I called you earlier. You okay? And then that'll lead to another conversation where it's like, oh, well, listen, man, I'm here if you need to talk. This is what I'm going through, etc.
He's the worst. He tells me he's gonna pray for me all the time.
I say it all the time too. My wife says all the time too, man. It's part of the faith, bro. It's what I believe in from the higher power above, from the Lord, man. And again, there's a reason why you guys are here together today as a brotherhood, and you guys are moving forward with this with your first business, Paramount Gym. So it's wow, you guys opened my eyes. That doesn't happen a lot in this show. So you guys threw me off with that one. But let's talk more about that because you guys are best friends. The dynamic of your partnership, right? It's hard, especially in business, to manage a friendship within that business. How do you guys, as a team, navigate through the ups and downs of running a business?
Go ahead, boy.
John, you got the floor.
You're up, kid. You want an apple?
No, I'm gonna finish it up with an apple. No, I mean I want to start by saying that the business is new, and I mean there's a difference in the relationship already. I don't think we've experienced the full,
Adversity?
the full,
coming.
change.
I've had a lot of shouting
We
matches.
have, they're going to come up in conversation eventually, but we talked, off camera, microphone about Scott and Alan at Underground
Yes,
Nutrition,
yes.
right next door.
Right next door. Right
Shout
here.
out
Harwood, New
Underground.
Jersey.
100 feet away.
Go check them out.
100 feet away.
All
But
labs.
they told us they were best friends. They are best friends.
Right.
But they were,
They warned
they
us.
were best friends, and they both told us that the dynamic of your relationship is going to change astronomically. And we laughed because like we're close with them, so we see them bicker, we see them, and they're still very close to this day. But it's been 7 weeks, and that we've been open,
7 weeks,
and it's
Baby steps.
it's there. Like I see it.
Yeah.
It's like he's John. Go home. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's okay. It's okay.
John, it's good.
Yeah.
It's all right. Like, listen, this is the biggest leap I think we've both taken in our life. Okay. So it's a lot of pressure.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stress. We're both super tired because we're endlessly working. Even when we're home, we're working. So sometimes that feeling of being overwhelmed, it's a lot. It's a lot. And John explained it. I think John explained to me, he's like, I feel like sometimes like I feel like a mother that has 2 children and she just wants to scream.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like, I'm like, this is great. We're 4 weeks in and you feel like this is awesome. You know, but like, that's what, you know, that's the, you know, that's the beautiful thing about it is like that feeling's not going to last. And then we have like, it's like, okay, John, go home, get some rest next day, kill it at the gym. Look how much we did. Look at all these new members. We're cheesing ear to ear, smiling like, look at this. Holy cow. Like, I couldn't have asked, and I'm pretty sure John feels the same. Like, we've been open 7 weeks. It could not have been a better 7 weeks. Like, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better 7 weeks.
It's a good beginning to a long-lasting business ship.
Yes.
Don't worry about the friendship. That's always going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that because of the dynamic you guys have. It reminds me a lot of myself and my brother Hector, and we balance each other out. But what we also do is we call it edging, where, hey, I got up at 4 a.m. Well, I got up at 3. Didn't happen.
Right.
But, you know, I closed 5 deals today. I closed 6. Oh, I got 5 jobs done today. I got 6 done. It's like constantly, it's like friendly competition in a way, but it keeps you on your toes. Tom Brady actually said that. It's how they won, how you got 6 rings, or how many rings he got. But you got to have that friendly edge, but have respect for each other and move forward professionally, even when you don't agree on something, but understand you're here for the common purpose.
I will say that, like, I couldn't have picked a better partner. All right.
Man, pots and pans.
You know, like, I really couldn't have. And in the business aspect, we are so different where it makes it a lot easier to deal with. Okay. Like, we're very good at, like, divvying up tasks. You know, we're very good at balancing each other out, you know, because I have a personality where I'm nonchalant, I guess is the best way to say, you know, calm, cool, and whatever. And like, John's a stickler, you know what I'm saying? And he's passionate is what I like.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have done a lot of the things we did, and I'm so happy that he did them that way. And it came out the way that it did.
Name one.
Just like, listen,
Yeah, go for it, man.
Listen, his vision, the gym was, I would say, 80% his vision and 20% mine. He just is able to look at a room.
Visionary.
Very, you know,
Right.
I don't have that.
Why were you 20%?
The CrossFit area where they have it back with the turf.
It takes up 20%.
It takes up 20% of the gym, and that's really all I like.
I got
So,
you.
but like, no, like, honestly, from picking the equipment, picking the colors, you know, the name, like, he's very respectful to say, hey, Justin, how do you like that? And I'm telling you, like, 95% of the time, I'm like, John, that's fun. That's dope.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You got it.
It's fine. It's fine.
If you like it, I think it's going to be great, because he's good like that. We all have what we're good at, like, and he's good with that stuff.
Well, that's important because what you just named that you guys both have for each other is trust. If you don't have trust in a partnership, any partnership, relationship with a girlfriend, boyfriend, or the business, you got to have that trust. If you don't have that, it's not going to work. My partner will tell me certain things every day, and I'm like, I believe you. Let's do it. I got it. And vice versa. I have an idea. Let's rock and roll with it, because we have each other's back no matter what. If you fail, you fail. Who cares?
That's it.
That's part of learning.
Yeah.
If you don't fail in business, you're not going to be in business.
Yeah.
Bottom line, period, stop. You know? So that actually leads me to another question here. What is the hardest lesson in the last 7 weeks that you've learned in business?
7 weeks in business.
These are none of the questions that you sent us. You know
What's that?
This isn't the list you
Bro,
gave
I
us.
was practicing in the mirror. All right,
That's coming.
I'm just kidding. I wasn't.
That's at the end.
He just sent it to me yesterday, so no,
all
that's
good.
fine.
Hardest lesson.
I'll let you start off.
I haven't learned any hard lessons yet. I know I will, but it's pink cloud time right
Well, how about
That's a good way
not-
to put it.
it's
No,
pink cloud
It
time
is
right
pink.
now.
Like,
It's
we are
like-
on like
You're in
a
the
pink
honeymoon
cloud.
stage,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. You know, like, and I both think that we are not the type of people that are like instant gratification. You know, because we don't have 600 members right away, and we're not bringing in buku money. We're not like, you know, walking out with our heads down low. Like, we understand this is a process.
Absolutely.
You know, it's going to take time. You know, it's time to like put that work in, you know, put money back into the business that we got, you know, and we will see, you know, we will see the benefits of all the work that we're putting in later on. Like, I don't need, listen, obviously we all want to be, you know, make money.
Yeah.
That's, of course, we do. But like, I understand that there's a process to do that, and I'm gonna enjoy the process.
Absolutely, man.
You know, because
Absolutely
that's gonna
is.
build the character. You know, that's gonna build, like, it really is. It's gonna, you know, I want to enjoy the ride. It's fun.
It's so parallel with actually the gym, you know, because I didn't tell you guys this. I was 350 pounds on my biggest weight.
Wow.
So yeah, I enjoyed that ride, right?
Lucky
A
man,
lot of
dog.
McDonald's. But
Want to get McDonald's on
but going back to your point, you got to enjoy the ride. So even when I was at my heaviest, it sucked going to the gym and eating healthy. But I never gave up because I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed the fact that I couldn't lift a 30-pound dumbbell and now I can do 60. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to everything in life, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's personal growth. And you guys understand that. John, how do you feel about that with the whole process of, you know, learning as you go and, you know, getting better and stronger through the whole process?
I mean, I agree with everything Justin said. You know, it's I think my expectations going into this were high. I don't think they were unrealistic. I think I've exceeded. I think we've exceeded. I mean, I could pull I don't have the paper with me, but we could go back to when we put pen to paper, and we have exceeded our expectations.
Gotcha, man.
Or some of our goals. But and they were modest, but they were you know they were no small feat either.
We were nervous at the time we were writing. How are we going to do that?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Like, so before the gym opened its doors, before a piece of equipment was in the building, was there any adversity you faced? Supply chain issue? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a hard lesson right there. So any hard lesson before the gym opened that you were like, whoa, this is real?
So funny you say that. Go ahead.
All right.
And we don't have
as
to
far as like, I'm not going to bash anybody. But I think it's safe to say that towards the end, when the ball really started rolling, aside from our contractor, Eric was absolutely amazing. But aside from Eric, we hit every snag that we we could possibly hit. Like, you know,
permit
delays, permit inspections,
That's my
delays,
with the sound.
equipment.
delays on the equipment, you know, just stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mean to jump in, but like, it was debilitating. We were looking at each other like,
This is never going to
it's
happen.
not going to happen.
And we're going to go broke.
Yeah.
Paying rent on a facility that nobody can come into.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it was scary. It was, and like, but you know, we both like, we took turns. I think we really bounced each other
Having
well.
breakdowns.
Yeah, like we took turns, like where like
Yeah.
he would be in the dumps, and I'd be like,
We got
dog, we're gonna be fine. Like, we're gonna kill it. We just have to get there, man. We're so close. Like, don't give up on me yet, bro.
Fire,
you know,
man.
like, and like
Fire.
you know, and
Fire.
you know, and then I would like, we would fail an inspection, and he would text me that because he, you know, he was always there. You know, I have another job that I work at.
Right.
So he took point on a lot of things, and I'm so grateful for him because he was just so, he was awesome. You know, he was a rock through the whole
Took
thing.
charge.
That's dramatic.
You know, no, he was,
Awesome is dramatic.
Sure,
I was there.
You're all right.
I was there.
You're all right. Eating a lot of chicken tacos and getting Dunkin' Donuts, but you were good.
I had to beat 3.
No.
Yeah.
So, but like, and he would text me some bad news, and I would be like, you know, like through text, he could tell through text that I was just so down. He'd be like, "It's gonna be fine, bro.
It's gonna be fine.
Eric's got us. He said he's gonna take care of it. He's gonna take care of it." And like, you know what? We hit all those roadblocks, and look at it. Like, look at us now.
Everything,
all worked
everything
out.
just kind of fell into place together at the same time, like a puzzle. But it was
stressful.
all last summer, man. Like,
Man,
I mean, I remember sitting in my car outside my house, and I was on the phone with him, and we had got some bad news about something, and like, you know, he's telling me like, you know, he's being supportive, and he's saying, you know, it's going to be okay. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And delays are delays, and it's going to happen. And I remember telling him, being like, Justin, like, I don't have a fucking job.
true,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
You got to
Like,
pay the bills.
And like he said, you know, he was able to kind of talk me off the ledge, and was
It's
very,
scary.
you know, was very supportive and generous through that time. But it was,
Wow.
he's absolutely right. I mean, I'm good for a meltdown a week. But,
Welcome
to this day.
you know, I was, you know, thank God that we just don't have them on the same days.
Yeah.
No, it's true. But that's where you guys hold each other accountable, just like you did before the gym opened.
Yeah.
All these delays, all these issues. Again, unconsciously, you guys were balancing each other out,
Absolutely.
supporting each other. Because if both of you guys just gave up, imagine we wouldn't be talking on this sofa today.
No, we wouldn't.
You see what I mean? Paramount Gym wouldn't be where it is today in 7 weeks and where it's going to be in the next 6 weeks, 6 months, year. That's all due to your hard work and your will to not give up. One of my favorite quotes Jay-Z said was, I know Jay-Z, right?
Power.
Yeah, he said they asked him about Rockefeller Records. He said the genius thing we ever did was never give up.
Mm-hmm.
That always sticks in my mind whenever I go through a moment where I'm like, man, can we do it this month? Can we break another record? Can we get these leads? Can we get this material? Can we get this supplier? Can we get this price point? Can I make this client happy? Always remember, there's a will, there's a way.
Never give up.
And Tony Robbins says it too. Be resourceful. Now that you guys are business owners, the one thing you're going to have to learn is to be resourceful. You cannot just give up and put the white flag up. There is no quitting allowed. Mm-hmm. That's one of our mantras at our company. You don't quit. We find a way all the time, no matter what. Put your head down and work. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys have that foundation. And I think it's going to take you guys to a beautiful place in this gym space. Real talk, man. You guys deserve an applause, man, because you guys have been, from what I've heard so far, you guys have been pedal to the metal and have been there for each other. Mm. And it shows through the brotherhood and through the business, which takes me to this point. And now I want to get a little bit more business techie with you guys, right? The fitness space right now, it's highly marketable. It's highly saturated. Mm-hmm. But it has a great ROI, return on investment, if it's done the right way. So what separates Paramount Gym from other gyms? And what are you doing different in the fitness model to help separate yourself from the competition?
You want to take that one, or you want me to start?
I know I got long-winded questions. You can ask me to repeat it. It's all good.
I mean, I'll start, and if you want to jump on,
absolutely.
just let me know.
Knock it out.
I think first and foremost, we're not a commercial gym. I think you're seeing a huge pushback against commercial gyms.
I agree. Yeah.
Right now,
standalones are winning. There's a market.
It's the standalone. It's the boutique style.
Yes.
Right now, nothing in the world is more important than social media, and everything exists through social media. Whether it be your gym experience, your dinner experience, your relationship, your the clothes you buy. Everything exists through social media. It is all secondary. It all flows through social media, and it's just as prevalent in the fitness industry. And the reality is that nobody wants to take a picture in a retro fitness.
I agree with that. Nobody will take a picture in a Planet Fitness,
and it's not. And I'm not clowning anybody that trains at a retro fitness, or I've trained at retro fitnesses, other commercial gyms, whatever. But the emphasis on social media, the personality that is the beast that is social media, you are not taken seriously unless you are certain places,
right?
Unless you are in a cool place or a place that social media deems cool. And I wanted to, part of wanting to do this is I kind of wanted to cash in on that. And gotcha. I wanted to create one of those spaces because I enjoy being in those spaces too. This is not me talking bad about people on social media. I am on gotcha. Social media as well.
Gotcha.
But I, partake in the things that go on social media when I talk about the actual, like how it's, a prevalent part of everyday life. But it's I wanted to create one of those places. I enjoy being in some of those places.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it be the restaurants, the cool gyms, the cool
people,
anything.
People want to feel a part of something.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Yes.
So that's why they go and travel an hour to take a picture in front of a mural that has a heart on it mm-hmm. and post it on their social media. So the return on investment for Paramount, are you looking for your gym to become a staple as far as social media, where it's like, we got to go to that gym. That's the cool gym.
A destination gym.
A destination.
It's the word
exactly,
that it's kind of the term now.
Like I'm thinking, and again, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, like the Jungle Gym in Tulum in Mexico. Everybody goes there and takes a picture because it's an outside gym. It's a destination. So to that matter of factness, where you're just like, we want to get new clients and people visiting from all across the world to come to Paramount. Is that
At
part
least
of it?
all around the tri-state area,
Tri-state.
and it's happening. It's
Yeah.
already happening.
Yeah, people are traveling a long time to get to our gym.
People go to these commercial gyms. They have their memberships at the commercial gyms because they're less expensive, and they travel an hour and a half on the weekends or on one night during the week to go visit these gyms. I have friends that train at 3, 4, 5 different gyms.
Wow.
And it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing, yeah. Because fitness right now, there's a huge market for it. People are spending more money on their bodies than anything else. Whether it's prosthetic or changing the way their shapes are, or nutriments, supplements, going to 5 gyms, is a big market space for it right now. So besides the actual gym, what other return on investment things are you providing at the gym that can help expand the brand, but can be monetary for you guys? It makes more money for you.
I mean, listen, I think we want to provide an atmosphere, not only what John was talking, that's, quote unquote cool on social media, because listen, it means a lot. It does. But we want to promote an atmosphere where like people can come and better themselves every single day with top of the line equipment. I mean, top of the line equipment, with almost a community of people that care about, getting better each day. Like we see it, like we have, a decent amount of members, and we've seen them for 7 weeks, and I see them every day in there, and it's not like, sure, they will snap a picture, they will take a cool pose, they'll tag us, whatever. That's awesome. But I'm seeing them progressing and getting better and getting more physically fit, and hitting personal records when it comes to compound lifts. And like me personally, that's what I want to provide. I want to provide an atmosphere.
Enjoying themselves.
Yeah, yeah, they really
Trent,
are.
you
enjoying themselves.
You have a passion for the transformation they're going.
I do, man. I really love to see somebody walk in there, and in 120 days, 90 days, 6 months, not be able to recognize them because of all the work they put in. That's just a great feeling to know that like our gym could possibly provide that. That warms my heart. It really does. I love that. I want people to, enjoy fitness and be the best. Because we saw it these last 2 years, and I don't want to get political, but like with the COVID and like it was really sad.
It hurt a lot of small businesses.
Yeah, and it was sad, and like nobody emphasizes fitness and nutrition. Like we offer all of that. We have personal trainers at our gym, that write programs, not just programs at the gym. They will check in on you and see how you're doing outside of the gym. Your stress levels, what you're eating, how you're feeling.
It's not basic B.
No, it's not just the 50 minutes they're working with you at the gym. Like this is like, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that we're trying to provide. And when you look good, you snap a picture on it and show it, so we can promote that. So there is, return on investment, like you're saying.
So it's basically what you're trying to create here is a one-stop shop for fitness.
Yeah, we're also fortunate enough, and I'm sure it's going to come up several times. We have an underground nutrition pro shop in our gym.
Yes, I did see that.
I know you have one right next door.
A full-size
We're gonna get
store
them next, man.
right
We gotta
here.
talk to them later.
But
We gotta talk to them next.
and that's another thing, just to kind of backpedal to the vision. I mean, these guys, I was in awe at their, they're our best friends, so I watched it unfold. I was in awe at how successful, how tightly they grabbed the community, that the fitness community, and just blew up. It was, and I was, so in awe that I remember having conversations early on with both of them, like saying like, how can I get involved in this? And I think that was, for me, that was kind of where the seed was planted, that like I should probably be doing something, whatever it is, figure it out. I should be doing something.
Was that the motivation for both of you to?
That was the first thought. They were huge motivators.
Yeah,
huge motivators.
Because you guys naturally, right, always had corporate America 9 to 5. You guys are not naturally, as a young age, weren't entrepreneurs.
No.
This is something you grew into. How about you? Same thing.
Same thing. I like I said, my biggest inspiration has been the people around me doing the things that they're doing. Scott and Alan, for example. And in the earliest conversations, I feel like they told us it was a bad idea in the beginning. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know about a bad idea.
I
They
don't
just
remember.
weren't.
They were concerned.
They were concerned.
They were concerned about, like what you said, the oversaturated market. And then I remember coming back and saying, like, okay, well, we're going to do it. But you have to be involved. We can't, there's no,
We need your help.
we need you to separate us from everybody else. And they were happy to do it, and, because it's awesome. It came out awesome.
Having such a big support group like that in the business space that you're in, it's almost mandatory.
Yeah.
You need that, man. You guys, it's hard to survive without that support group.
No, it's
and
impossible.
having those business partnerships that are actually genuine relationships. Because, I can hire anybody to do anything for me. But there's a reason why, even with our show, I deal with my producer, Gabriel, because I have a relationship with him. He wants the best for me. I want the best for him. I can go anywhere and record the podcast, but I won't get the service that I get from a guy that I know for 20 years.
Right.
So same thing with you guys, with the relationship with Underground Nutrition and all your other business partners. It's a perfect blend. And I think it makes sense. And now that you guys got your foot in the sand, 7 weeks, you're going to start running and it's going to accelerate. Of course, bumps and bruises along the way. That's fine. Take your bumps and bruises, keep moving forward.
Learning experiences.
Don't stop the train from moving.
That's it.
And I think you guys have that drive instinctively in you. And I think you guys have the right pieces around you as far as people to keep you motivated. And now it's just what's next. So what is next for you guys now that it's 7 weeks in? Where do you want to see Paramount Gym in the next 6 months?
I want to see us. I want to improve on what we're doing. I want to lock it down, and I want to be the spot.
Monmouth
It's like
County.
I said. It's Monmouth County, Ocean County, Middlesex County. Ocean County is a little bit of a hike, but like I
Monmouth,
said, people
Middlesex.
travel. You talked about the one-stop shop. We have the gym, we have the personal training, we have the underground nutrition, we have more apparel coming out. You and me kind of discussed like the logo and stuff like that. We have more apparel. I just actually got word that our next order is in, so that's gonna have
Nice.
to get figured
Let's
out.
go.
Merch is
Let's go.
huge
Yes.
in your space. Merch is huge.
We're doing a collaboration with Underground Nutrition on
Beautiful.
this drop.
Nice. Breaking news. Drop a bomb.
That's right.
I want to be, like I said, I want to perfect that. I want to make every branch of that tree stronger.
Nice.
So that like it's there's nowhere else to go. There's no other option. Well, you'd be silly to think of anything else.
I think what you're saying is let's grease the wheels a little bit. Let's see what needs to be tweaked and adjusted.
100%.
And then once that's at a form where it's working seamlessly, okay, now how can we perfect it more?
Dig in.
Right, dig in.
Yeah.
Like there's a entrepreneur and investor I listen to a lot, and Marcus Lemonis. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His thing is people, processes, product. If you have those three things down packed, you're not going to fail as a business. Care about the people that you work with and work for you. Care about your processes. Make sure they're in place. Make sure they're run the right way, and make sure that your product defines your brand and is flawless in what you're trying to convey to the client.
I mean, those three things thank God for John, because like the process part, like he's got that on lock. Like I said, I couldn't ask for anything better. Like the way that he can envision things and like lock them down. I don't have that, that's something that I don't have. So I thank God for that. As far as the people, like I've been in management and I've managed people for 10 years. Like that's what I do. I feel like I'm a pretty personable person where that like I can conversate and I just try my best to remain approachable and like bring a positive spin on the gym. Like I don't walk around like I'll talk to every single person. I'm trying to get familiar with every single name in there. Every single person.
I'm the bad cop.
Don't say that.
You gotta do that sometimes.
Listen,
I'm the bad
he's
cop.
with all this. Listen, all right. So John works the morning, and he's with all the serious people that are about their business. They
me.
come in, they get their shit
Don't
done.
talk to me. Don't look at me.
That's it, and they're out. And John, that's the way John lives. And I'm at night, and that's where the party started, and everybody's in there, and everybody's having fun, and we're walking around, we're watching people lift, we're rooting people on. Like it's just, like I said, that's the dynamic of where we're at right now. That's right now. That could change, but we balance it very well, very well, and it's.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean,
He keeps, kind of plugging me and giving me praises. I mean, as far as like the management side and the I don't even know the payroll and the all that stuff. I would have a stroke if I had to deal with that stuff.
So you're like the checks and balances.
Everything.
a little bit, yeah. I mean, I guess so. He does inventory on certain things. Excuse me,
It's all good.
but these
No
apples.
apples.
I mean, I'm hungry.
We were
been here a while.
laughing at the apples.
We've been
The
here a
apples
while. I'm
have made
hungry.
an appearance on the
I'm
show.
on my sixth meal, bro.
It's all good,
Coach
dude.
is gonna yell at me if I don't eat some. But yeah, like we balance each other well, and like I said, I have been in business as management for a while, so I understand payroll. I understand checks and balances. I understand how to look at trends. I know all that. And I could see that.
Yeah, if you're managing, basically like in the corporate level or from a management perspective for so long, it's only instinctive and natural. That's going to spill over into the business world and the entrepreneur world. And then you got John, who is just a spark plug with people, with social media, and you're a visionary at seeing something and making it happen. So again, it's like the perfect mix between both of you.
We had
Go ahead.
I don't even remember what the details were behind it, but it was something ridiculous. It was so small. But I said something to Justin. I was like, I saw this. I didn't like it. I saw something I didn't like. I brought it to Justin.
Right.
Can
Can you talk about it or no?
No, I don't remember what it was.
All right.
All I remember was that it
and
was
stupid,
ridiculous.
probably.
He probably remembers.
Minutia.
He's not going to speak on it, but I genuinely don't remember. And he said to me, he's like, "Do you want to address it, or would you like me to?" And I was like, you can take care of it.
Yeah. So you're the iron fist. He's the velvet glove.
Yeah.
Could be, I mean, I've been dealing with people like I am humble enough to admit that I'm not the smartest person in the world. Okay.
None of us are.
I don't know a lot about a lot. Like but I am able to, to talk to people and get the most out of people and delegate well and just like conversate, because I've dealt with a lot of like, I work in the inner city.
Interesting character.
Okay, I work in the inner city.
You're diversified.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I've heard it all. I've seen it all. I've lived it all. Okay, from the beginning of the podcast, you heard. So like I can just, what I try to do is I try to understand where people are coming from. Okay, that's not going to sit there and say that I'm the most understanding person, but I try to.
You got to be able to have people feel comfortable to speak to you.
That's all. That's all I try to do.
No dig at you.
I go from zero to 100.
Spark plug. I'm like the same way.
You can
I'm the
either
same
do
way.
whatever you want, or it's time to go. You gotta leave.
But you're also passionate.
Yeah.
So remember, it's kind of like balancing the power scales. Like that's one thing that's in your business. Well, not in business in general. You guys hold the baton, but that can be your gift or your curse. Because if you use that power for bad, you get bad results. If you harness that power for good, it's not like we're in a superhero movie. If you harness that power for good, you can do great things with it. But that's the balance of running a business, is knowing when to crack the whip, when to scale it back.
Come back, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But again, you guys balancing each other, I think it's a perfect marriage.
And we do it. I think we do it well. I mean, it's not. I mean, naturally, I want to do as little as possible. It's
John's kind of lazy.
I'm surprised he hasn't brought that up yet.
So you're the lazy one.
No, okay, fine, whatever.
I wouldn't say lazy. I feel like there's got to be a synonym for lazy that's not as, I guess,
I like
strong.
to relax.
He's like,
I'm a relaxer.
Yeah.
Are you complacent?
I'll let you answer.
Give me a synonym for complacent.
Everything's going well. We don't got to improve.
No.
Okay. So you're not lazy.
Not in that aspect.
Okay.
Not in that aspect.
Day-to-day operations, he may be lazy. Okay. Looking, out and seeing like the big picture. No, he's on top. He's on, well, I have to be like,
John, you got to call this person.
John, you got to call this person.
Gotcha.
Did you pay this bill? John,
Gotcha.
you got to call him.
He
He pays the bill. John, I'll
guess-
call him at 9.
I get it.
You're going to call him right now.
No, I get it. So this is important for business.
Yeah.
Sense of urgency.
Yeah.
You got to feel a sense of urgency when something needs immediate attention.
Yeah. So I'm locked in at my other job at 5 a.m. Like
Right.
I'm just locked in. Emails are going out. And then not like I'll think of something about the business and I'll be like, John, you got to do this. He'll be like, you got to wait till my coffee kicks in at 8 o'clock. I'll be like,
He wants me to start calling people
I'm
at
like,
5:30
John,
in the morning.
let's go, bro. I'm ready.
Ready,
man.
set, roll.
That's
Let's hit it.
man.
But we don't. I don't think we've clashed.
No.
on any- it's never been like no, I'm better. No, I am.
No,
You know,
nothing
it's
like
not-
that. No,
that's never happened.
We don't have like a competition of who does
I think we're
more.
very aware of what we want and don't want to do.
Agree.
Well, it's understanding your strengths and weaknesses and working together to make that blend. And I think so far from what I'm hearing and seeing, you guys are on the right path.
Appreciate
you guys
that.
are doing that, man.
Let's stay on that path, kid. All right.
That's it, brother. Rock and roll, baby. One quick question that I have about the gym, and then we're going to jump into the mastermind questions. The palette of color aesthetics in your gym is black and blue. What's the meaning behind that? What's the symbolism?
Go ahead, kid. Knock him out of the park, bro.
I had my own personal view of it, but I'll wait till you tell
Okay.
me.
There's kind of a bunch of moving parts, and I don't want to sound like super intellectual, but I do.
Please do so.
No, I obsess about this stuff. He said, and it's not, it's just who I am. This is the stuff that keeps me up at night. We had some, from the early conversations, we had decided that we were not going to use certain colors. One of the first things that we decided was we were not going to do
Purple and yellow?
No.
Definitely
But
weren't using that.
we weren't going to do all black. That's a popular thing. We didn't want to do all black. We wanted to separate ourselves. So that was. I also felt that all black is intimidating for some people.
I was going to ask.
also
So,
morbid.
yeah.
It's just intimidating. It gives off a different type
It's
of
over.
vibe.
It gives a different vibe. And I really want, like I told you, we talked about diversifying. I want everybody to come to the gym. I want my mom. I want Justin's mom. Like they're not going to come.
Come on down, Joan.
It's so when we eliminated colors that we refused to use, that only left us with colors, a handful of colors that we would use. I ruled out warm colors. I don't like them. They're not calming. It's one of the reasons I hate going to this particular commercial gym that has the same colors as McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
But it's and I love McDonald's.
We get it.
But it's so now we eliminated these colors. We have these colors left. We're not going to use warm colors, so we eliminated these colors. Now we only have a couple colors left. I saw a color in a gym on social media that is nowhere near here, and the color they use the same equipment company as us.
Okay.
So I said, boom. I said, I had my Justin, this is how our creative conversations went. Justin, I want to do this. This is why I want to do it.
Visionary.
What do you think? I don't care.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I don't care.
You like it? You think it's going to be good, John?
Let's rock and roll.
All right, good. We're good.
Let's rock and
I
roll.
have it's just to I think it's a funny story and I've told it a couple times, but just to give you an idea of these creative conversations, before we hired a graphic designer to do the logo.
Talk to me.
It was suggested to me to go on like one of these websites. It's like New York Design. And what you're doing is you're talking to somebody in the Middle East.
Holy
No,
cow,
for
really?
real. No, for real.
Wow.
And it's like we'll do your logo for $60. And originally I wanted the people that did Underground Nutrition's logo. they work, I guess, very closely.
That logo's dope too.
They work very closely with another gym. It was a conflict of interest. They wouldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I just decided to give this a shot. I was bored one night and I was on my computer. So I went on like one of these like New York design company, graphic designers, like one of those things that pops up on Google.
Yeah.
And it's like, we'll do your logo, $60, unlimited tries. Send it back as many times as you want.
Wow, really?
So I sent I put my credit card in. I sent the $50, $60, and like I gave them some parameters of what I was looking for. I was a gym. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted it to have nothing to. I wanted there to be no fitness imagery in the logo whatsoever. It ended up having it, but and I'm grateful it turned out the way it did.
Dope, though.
But so I gave some ideas, and they send some stuff back. And when I tell you this is some of the most ridiculous logos I have ever seen in my life, like it was laughable. It was laughable. And whatever, it was $60. I knew I was lighting it on fire. It was fine.
Right.
So I get these logos back, and I texted them to Justin, like, and it's hard to convey emotion over text. So I send them to Justin, and I say, look at these logos they sent us. Kind of like, ha ha. This is hysterical. Let's make fun of them. But I just said, look at these logos. He texts me back. He's like, those things are so hot.
Stop.
Fire emojis.
So hot.
Yo, pay them.
So that right there is when we knew that Justin's participation in the creative process was over.
I could dress nice. That's really all I got.
That's it. Let
That's
us
dress
take
nice.
over
He
the
does dress
creative.
nice.
I could dress nice. That's it.
But that's so.
Any ideas like that?
That's where we were. So anytime after that, like I said, it was like, Justin, I'm not going to blow his spot up, but like when we first had these conversations, I was asking him about names, input on names. We had no idea. Like there was no ideas whatsoever. And I'm just asking him to throw out names and imagery. And the stuff was hysterical. It was hysterical.
Crushed it.
But so I had getting back to your question, I saw that this particular gym, I got on the phone with the company that did their equipment, because that was we already decided that was the company we were using. And I asked them, I want this color of this gym. And they said, bet, done. We ordered the equipment, blah, blah, blah. Everything's in motion. Probably, I would say it was at least a couple months into the process.
Yeah. Right.
My sales rep calls me. He's like, hey, guess what? Hope you're having a great day. Bad news, you can't use that color. That particular gym, it's a pretty popular gym. And they have that color on lock.
Wow.
But he was awesome.
Gym Wars.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to get you some custom colors. We're going to get some, we're Pantones or whatever. We're going to mix it. We're going to get you something. And when I tell you that this color that we came up with is almost identical to the color that I wanted to take, and I like it better.
I do like it. No,
that's literally that, so I got that color from them. I had the equipment company send me a literal like paint chip the size of like $1 bill.
Oh, nice.
And I brought it to the graphic designer. I brought it to the t-shirt people. I brought it to the paint store to get the paint for my friend Pat, who did the logo on the wall. He did we have a massive mural. It's really cool. We had I brought it. I wanted everything to match. So that's how we ended up with that color. And it turns out that if I were to go back, I would. I'm glad that
you did it the same way. No, it speaks character. Those colors, man.
It's a
like everything else, it worked out the way it was supposed to.
Again, learning through business.
That's it.
By just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what
we were upset when we got that phone call, just like we were upset about other things, and it worked out.
I knew we needed some type of gender neutral color, something that men would want to wear, something that women would want to wear.
I'm telling you, hit it on the head. Like when I tell you hit it on the head, I mean, you guys are just hitting hundreds here, man.
I'm not. When it comes to that, and again, at the risk, I don't want to sound arrogant, but when it comes to the color of the logo,
it's dope.
We nailed it.
Fire.
It's
fire. Definitely, man.
Thank you.
Oh, well, now I know how that came about. Good. I was always wondering with the color schemes. All right, man. That takes me to the last section of the show, man. Mastermind questions. This is what you guys are prepped for, man. I'm excited to hear what we got here, bro.
I'm not really prepped.
I'm gonna have an apple.
I want that peanut butter.
My mouth is full, so you gotta go first.
So I'm gonna just so that we can run through it. I'm gonna ask John first. Okay, and then we're gonna go to Justin.
Well, my mouth was full.
We'll go Justin first.
Okay, that's
I'm gonna
fine.
ask you all the 8 questions first.
Okay.
It's like Wheel of Fortune. Then you're gonna get this. You already know the questions.
You don't want to bounce back and forth?
You can bounce back and forth if you feel like.
Dude, this
like
is your show.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time I had 2 guests. So let's go.
Trendsetters, bro.
Yeah, I love it, bro. First trailblazing over here, man. You know what? We'll do it this way. We'll bounce back and forth. I think I'll be more cohesive.
Okay.
So first question: what book have you read that inspired you the most?
Oh man. So I get, you know what? I'm gonna take it back, which is gonna be funny, but I'm gonna take it back to I believe I was in 7th grade, and it was a play. It was 12 Angry Men.
I've heard the play. I saw it. Yep.
Yeah.
The jury.
Yes, correct. I guess it inspired me because the one juror, walked into the room when everybody else just blindly just was like guilty, 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 guilty. He sat alone and said not guilty. And he showed courage and belief is what I guess I could get out of it, and it was just like really fun to be a part of because it was a play that we actually acted out.
Oh, cool.
And it inspired me because it let me know that like it's okay not to follow, to be a follower,
Wow.
To not do what everybody else is doing and to like have the courage to stand alone, and really believe in yourself, because like it's easy, and it's easy for me to just like follow suit and not think on my own and just travel the line that everybody else is, and live life the way that they think that you should live life, but who wants to do that? It's boring, and I want to have some substance to myself and be able to stand alone and be courageous and not worry about what other people think of me, because that's really hard.
Yeah,
it's really hard for a lot of people, including myself, to like not care what others think. So to watch this gentleman in the play stand alone and not care and convince every single other person slowly but surely throughout the play that he was right in the beginning, and everybody switched their vote. Like it just shows like the power of like standing your ground. Like it was very inspiring for me.
That's powerful, man, because you said courage and belief, and that's what got you to where you're at now in Paramount Gym.
That's right.
You had courage and you believed in yourself. Powerful, brother.
Thanks.
How about you, John?
I'm going to take it back too. I remember being very impacted by The Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Throwback.
I have, and like I said, when we first read these questions and we went back and forth, the word inspired, like I struggled with that, but I remember being very inspired, very impacted by the book. The main character, Holden Caulfield, I think his name is, I related to him, I related to a younger, me being younger. I related to his kind of distaste or lack of interest for everything that was going on around him. I have I kind of never, I feel like growing up, I was always told that I was supposed to like certain stuff, think certain ways, want certain things. And I struggled with the fact that those things never aligned with me. It wasn't the things that I wanted. It wasn't the things that I thought were cool. It wasn't the things that I wanted. And I kind of drew the same experience from him. Wow. And in the book, I think they even like refer to him as like clinically insane, and he really just didn't really like anybody. He just didn't really like anybody. He didn't care about the things that he was told that he needed to care about, like school and authority figures and relationships with adults, because he's a child in the book. But that I remember, I don't know, I just remember identifying with him. I remember reading about that disinterest or distaste, and knowing the feeling. No, like I was able to internalize
You
it.
related to
Yeah.
him. To
And then I grew up growing up realizing that like I don't like like that, like you said, like I wasn't a nerd in school. I didn't care about school. I managed to I had other issues obviously that we touched on. But I had some other there were some other catalysts involved. But like I've never been into sports. I've never cared about sports. I've never there's certain like it's, and when I was growing up I was told that like you had to do good in school, you had to go to a really good college, and you had to be like an astronaut or something.
Yeah, and that's
that
not,
there was something wrong with me,
right?
Because I didn't care about any of those things.
None
of that stuff was cool to me.
Yeah.
And I mean the things that I thought were cool at the time were a little bit more were immature, but those other things that I'm speaking about still aren't cool to me.
Gotcha.
I don't. It's.
You're more mature now, and I think you took that thought process into your life now with the business.
Yeah.
But you evolved from it.
Yes.
So you still have that same belief. It's just evolved from that time you were young.
It's not an insecurity anymore. It's not
Absolutely.
like it's not like a sore
you're
spot
living
of
your
like
truth.
what's wrong with me.
Yeah, no, you live your truth. And people
Yeah.
trick you into thinking that this is good for you or this is not good for you. And I went to college. I was supposed to be an English teacher. Look where I'm at.
Yeah.
But imagine if people told me, well, what are you doing? You're not going to... I remember a guy telling me, how many fences can you sell? 12 years later.
As many as I want.
Exactly, yeah.
As many as I want.
But that's because people will put onto you all the projection and fears that they have of themselves and make you feel that you can't achieve something because they never did it. And you have to be mentally tough at that point to stand your ground and know what you're confident in doing.
Yeah.
So you guys, kudos to both of you on that. Definitely, man. That's
I'm gonna have
powerful,
another
bro.
apple.
Go for it. That's an apple.
You deserve an apple after that answer.
What person in your life has brought you the most influence? Anybody can answer. I'm not even going to follow the method anymore.
You got an apple in your mouth, so I'll answer. I mean, my family is, very influential in my life. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be my father. Shout out Nooch. Yeah.
Big nooch.
You're gonna watch this.
Yeah, he's gonna watch.
As soon as this is done, Justin's gonna send it to him.
Tell me you're proud of me, guys. Nah, man. I mean, I embody a lot of what my father is. Like I'm a mama's boy to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call my mother and complain to my mom, and she'll tell me it's gonna be all right, Justin. And I'm the baby boy of of an Italian traditional household. So like I'm a mama's boy. My mama, she takes care of me. She holds me down. But with that said, like I have all the attributes that my father has. My father is, uber successful, and he is as humble as they come. He is as calm and cool and collected as they come, and that's just me. I never, like, I always try to, I never try to get too high and I never try to get too low. I just try to balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
Even keel.
That's it, and that's why I think we work so well together because, John has a lot of those ups. And those downs.
You balance each other out.
Yeah, he gets really high and he's pumped up and he's talking about, Paramount Platinum, opening up another one. John, we've been open.
Secrets. These are secrets.
That's right. Or it's like, Justin, I'm gonna, I think this is it for me. You're gonna run this business on your own. I can't do this, and I'm like, John, like I love you. It's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna pray for you.
That's how I'm gonna pray for you.
get.
That's how I'm, and like my father was just, so he's just like the most like relaxed, calm, accepting, just loving, happy dude. He's been around my day. He's just like he's just a happy-go-lucky guy, and
Why you're so positive too.
he came from nothing. He came from, a small house in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, shout out E-Town.
Yeah, word up. There you go. I like that.
So like, and he made something of himself. He busted his ass, went to school nights, and just everything that he is it's very inspiring. And now I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm working 17-hour days, just trying to build, make my dream come true. And it's, the
working.
dream came true.
Yeah.
it's here, and I'm just enjoying every single second of it. So
Super dope, man.
Super
dope, man. How about you, brother?
What was the question again?
Who is the person in your life that brought you the most influence?
My mom.
Talk to me.
I guess I'm going to do the same preface that Justin did. And
Same
and
feelings.
I need to stress how important my entire family is to me and the support that I get from all of them. But I'm a mama's boy. And like growing up, me and my mother, like we clashed. And I have literally turned into her. You know,
that's what happens.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. My mother rode with me. You know what I'm saying? And through thick and thin, I have dragged that woman through the mud over and over and over again. You know, and I don't want to get emotional.
Oh, please,
and
man,
she's still here. You know what I'm saying? She's still here, and we're best friends. We're best friends.
And she's your biggest fan.
And like she's my biggest fan. Like. She's hysterical, man, and I think I'm kind of funny, but she is so funny, you know. Right. And you know, like it's kind of Justin, like Justin said about us, like me and my mother are very alike, but we are very different, and we are different in the sense of like we have different opinions about a lot of things, faith, politics, you know, current event, everything. Like we are black and white, and when we get together, it is just like shit talking non-stop, and it is all love, and it is so much fun, and we laugh, and like I can't do that with anybody else, and I don't know if she can, because people are so serious, and it's just like tight. You know, and we just have so much fun, and we pick on each other to no end, and everything I have is because of that woman. If she had every right to drop me off on someone's doorstep, a million times over, you know, and I'm so glad she didn't, because it's just, you know, she's one of my best friends. She's hysterical, and I think that I like to think that I have derived my moral code from my mother. And my mother's code is love. You know, it's just who she is. You know, it's just who she is. Love first, everything else after. And it's like, you know, I try not to get like, I don't know, man. Like it's just everything is just so much easier when everybody's cool and happy and loves one another. You know, and that sounds insane. Absolutely. It sounds cliche.
It's so true,
but
it's true, though. Yeah, it's harmony.
That woman lives it. She lives it. And she doesn't live it like corny where she's going to like cram it down your throat. She does it quietly. You know, and she's hysterical. Like it's, you know, she's come to the gym. She's come to the gym before, and like she's asking if we have a Peloton. I'm like, no, Mom, the Pelotons you keep at home.
I'll be the person.
And she's like, well, what if Justin puts on a nice outfit and he cheers me on while I'm riding the bike?
That's great.
It's like she's hysterical, man, and like I said, her code is love, and it's to be that authentically good is mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing.
Awesome, that's so powerful, Mom and Dad, for each of you guys, like putting you in that position to win, and now you're able to show them the greatness that you guys have become and are still going to become. Beautiful, man. What keeps you guys driven in life?
This is where you were going to make fun of me for being lazy. Remember?
John doesn't really drive much except through drive-thrus. That's what I was gonna say. No, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, I think for me it's just like tomorrow's not promised, you know, and you know, I guess my drive is like to live each day to the most of my potential, you know.
Love it.
You know, you know, like you've heard earlier on in the podcast, you know, I was in a different spot, you know, 10 years ago. You know, 10 years ago, I was rock bottom. And never in a million years would I think that I would be sitting in a seat like this, talking about a spot like we have, you know.
It's a blessing, man.
It's like, it's more than that, man. It's just like, it's
surreal.
Insane.
It's
yeah,
surreal.
It's surreal. Like I don't deserve this, man.
No,
like God graced me with this. Like So like to live each day that like tomorrow to the fullest of my potential, touch one person's life, provide a product that can better someone's life, just seeing people come to my gym, our gym, smiling, happy. It sounds corny, but it warms my heart, man. It really does.
Well, you're doing God's work, man. You're using your gift to serve others.
That's it. Service work, like mind, body, spirit, man.
Yeah.
Like the body, like you got to treat your body, and we're trying to promote that, and like that's what we are able to give that, and it drives me just to do better each day. Just like like I said before, I'm not the smartest person, but you're not going to outwork me.
Absolutely.
Like you are not going to outwork me.
I agree.
I'm going to die on this hill, and if this is the last thing I'm going to do, like, it's fine. But I might fail, but it's not because of lack of effort. Like, it's not going to happen. So every day I'm going to strive to get better. I might take some breaks in between. I'm human. I might make a mistake here and there. No, I'm going to make a mistake. I made plenty of them, but I'm going to, I'm going to rise up, and I'm going to try my best the next day and try, and try to build what we've, build, add on to what we've built. So
super dope, bro. Super dope, man. You're doing it every day.
Yeah, I
like
appreciate
you,
that.
What drives me?
What keeps you driven?
I think I'm making up for lost time. And I'm not talking about
It's a poignant answer.
I'm not talking about like the things that that Justin touched on before. I a lot of times I feel like I spent the last 20 years. A lot of times I feel like I've spent the last 20 years treading water, or too much of that last 20 years. I've been 20 years of my adult life. It's I let fear play a way too large of a factor in way too many decisions that I make for a really long time, and I still do. But everything happens for a reason when it's supposed to happen. But I could have been doing stuff like this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
There are guys that are doing stuff like this that are 10, 15 years younger than me and Justin.
Mm-hmm. But you can't beat yourself
No,
up.
I'm not. No, I'm not. But I am making up for lost time. And that for me, it's something that I think about. Justin, I don't know if it was just now or before. When we were talking about it yesterday, he touched on mortality. We're not here forever, and not only are we not here forever, but we don't have we have even less years of good fight in us, and it's, I do make a conscious effort to not be afraid. And I know it might sound silly. I'm not talking about hide under the bed afraid, but we might fail. We probably shouldn't do that. That's the stuff, I was going to comment, but you transitioned before that. If you had told me that we were going to face the roadblocks that we faced towards the end of this project, if you had told me that at his kitchen table,
We wouldn't have done it.
18 months ago, I might have said life's not that bad right now. I'm being honest with you.
I respect
it's not,
that, man, yeah.
You
didn't
and there's a lot
realize
of things that I've done in my life that I wish I did sooner. I'm like, why didn't I do this? Oh, because I was afraid I wouldn't be the best at it. That's why I didn't do it. Because I wasn't comfortable being a beginner. And I mean that's a raw, honest answer, So I think that make a conscious effort to make up for lost time and just not be afraid. Just do. It's like you said, if we fail, we fail.
It's better than not doing nothing.
There are billionaires who have failed 100 times over.
It happens all the time.
You
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Amen.
Michael Jordan.
That's right.
So you hearing that even.
That's Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan.
You know who Wayne Gretzky is?
That even motivated me.
Yeah.
And I've been in this thing 10, 11 years, and for you to say that, it even resonated with me.
Yeah.
That we all have that fear in us somehow, some way. And you got to overcome it every day. And you guys are doing it, you especially. So, again, on the right track, bro. On the right track. I got one more because you guys actually kind of answered these other ones I had here.
Oh, no, keep going. What time is it? We got a little bit of time.
let me see here. What Let me see. We could do two more because the other one you did answer already in the beginning of the podcast. What does the next level of success in your life look like?
The next level of success in my life look like? Listen, I mean, I'm not to say that I'm not in this for money and to grow my brand, our brand, and a business would be a lie. Of course, like I said that before, we want to do that. That's the goal, but mirroring that and parallel to that, I want to provide a place. I'm really honing on this. I want to provide a place where people can come and be the best version of themselves and tap into that, and because of the the atmosphere we provide, the equipment and just the mentality that Paramount will provide, I really want that for people because, fitness changed my life. It just did, I was insecure, overweight, and I joined the gym and something clicked, and I saw what fitness can do to certain people. It's just it just happened to me that I changed, I talked about before, mind, body, spirit. Nutrition kicked in. I care what I'm feeding my body. I learned how to push my body to a limit. I enjoy the process of physical changing of my body and becoming the best version of myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to personally, I want to live till I'm 150 years old.
God
you know
bless,
what I'm saying?
brother.
And that's my goal.
Yeah, that's your goal. Yeah.
I'm going to nourish my body and I'm going to work out. Like John said, I'm a psychopath. It's just the way that I am. That's the way that I've been built.
Man.
I joined a CrossFit community.
Nice.
And that's what changed my life. They just instilled this type of, behaviors and this thinking and this thought process in me. It just, and that's what it was, shout out Ocean Athletics, Ryan over there who owns that place. I was not the person I am today before I joined there. And they all, all the people there, all the coaches there, some of which who come to our gym now, they inspired me to be the best version of myself. And that's what I want for others. So as far as not talking about monetarily success, that's what I want to provide, while getting rich. It'd be cool to get rich.
That's the consolation prize. The real thing is feeding your passion and what you're here to do.
Yeah.
How about you, brother?
I want to try this fitness thing that Joseph's talking about.
Yeah, that community is serious. Serious. Talk to me, John.
The next level of success.
Yes.
That has so many faces. There's first and foremost, not slowing down momentum. Continuous momentum. The monetary piece is obvious. Anybody who says it doesn't matter is dishonest or insane.
Already rich.
Or already rich. But even those people are usually greedier than the people that aren't rich.
Absolutely.
Because they've had a taste of it. But we talked about it before. I want this machine firing on all cylinders. I want this to be the place. And I think that we have I think we're on the way. And I want to do more projects. I want to do more things with Justin like this. Develop the brand, go outside. Who knows, man? Who knows? We were working out in a gym and one day and we're like, we should open a gym. Like that. It just,
Ideas
what I'm saying?
things,
it's just out of nowhere. That's how quickly it happened. It's not that was one of the first times I ever vocalized that. And I've been thinking it for a week.
Wow.
It was constant momentum. Constant momentum.
Well, that's what's going to keep the train going.
Yeah.
Is the momentum and not giving up, not getting complacent, moving forward, pushing, testing boundaries.
Yeah.
What's next? What wall do I got to break through next? What task is next to do?
Yeah.
How can we make this bigger, better, stronger, faster? That's the momentum.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it, guys. Man, got one more to go for you, brothers. And then we're going to, let's see here.
Closing arguments after that? Or?
No more closing arguments. What's the last thing you bought that changed your life?
I got my answer.
Bam, go.
No, I'm waiting for I got my mouth full. Go.
I kind of already. I don't know. Oh shit, dude. I really have no idea.
I'll go. We've been dieting. I've been dieting. He's always dieting.
You know
right?
what? Let's do.
We got
Yeah,
these
I'm gonna
sauces.
second this
We got
one.
these sauces,
sauces?
in the gym, right? That you put on your food, the flavor gang or whatever, and
Really?
these things are delicious. And I have spent probably $60 on sauces in the last
Come on.
like 72 hours.
Are they
expensive.
high
so
carb?
good.
No,
they're
they're
like
zero
calories.
carb, low calories.
Send me the link.
Bro.
Seriously,
Yeah.
bro.
So if you want to know what I have bought most recently to change my life or impact those sauces, I should have brought them with me. I'm surprised I didn't.
Dude, send me the link. Send me a photo. I'm in.
Oh
I
well,
need that
so
in my
good.
life.
I could second that.
So good.
You know, and I mean, the last thing I bought is the gym. You know, our
Bam.
gym
Bam.
has impacted my life more than
That's
anything.
what we were supposed to say.
Damn.
That's what he wanted us to say.
Damn, bro. I was waiting for you. I was surprised. I thought you had it in unison.
messed
here.
up with
It's all no
all
flavor
good.
gang. Take
Come
a
on,
shot
man.
out, bro.
Low IQ
Flavors
sauce.
are good.
My
But
answer
it's
was
so
low
true.
IQ. I'm
It's
sorry.
so true though,
Yeah.
bro. Before that, he was eating
Wish I had
chicken
these
tacos
apples.
and Big Macs. No, the gym, man. Obviously, for both of us, and I'm sure John can speak to it. You know, huge impact. You know, exciting, stressful, everything wrapped into one. And like it's only been 7 weeks. You know, like
So it's such a roller coaster,
you
man. I
know,
love it.
it's only
so,
been the first year coming up to it was super
That
exciting.
was the
Like,
worst part.
I mean, it was stressful.
It hasn't been 7 weeks. It's been like 18 months.
No, it's been like, been like 18 months, but
Grand
we've been
opening,
we've
7
been,
weeks.
We've been open for 7 weeks, and you know, it's like a dream come true. You know, I can't express how grateful I am for all of our members, for all of like the people that have helped us, all of the people on social media that shout us out, that follow us, everybody. We would not be here
Dope.
without them.
Dope.
And like, I'm just super grateful, man. I really am, like, for John, for Underground, Patrick, Charlie at Iron Culture, like Gina at the Pit, like every single person, man. They know, you know who you are. You know, the people that helped us out.
Scott and Alan.
Scott,
Did you say that?
I said Underground. I didn't
Underground.
personally
You did
shout
Oh, you
out.
did. All right. That's
Patrick.
fine. That's
You
fine.
know, like everybody knows.
Eric the
man.
contractor.
Yeah, everybody knows, bro. Like
Scott's
guys
gonna
got
try,
the-
Scott's going to try to steal all the credit.
he is. I
So you
mean,
got to say Scott and Alan.
Scott and Alan, thank you
It's
so
the
much.
collaborative
No,
effort, man.
no,
that
it
you
is.
guys put together.
And like we just tried, all I try to do, man, is remain teachable, because like I said,
Love that.
I don't know it. I do not know we do not know what we're doing. Like we don't. It's
No
just
clue.
clear. We have no. I don't like.
But it's so
Like
much
when
fun.
we like it's so funny.
You're going
how
through the
I do
process.
not know how we've gotten to this point, but somehow we're here, and like it's because we're able to admit that we don't know what we're doing. We need help. We're not afraid to reach out to people and ask for their opinions. We're not afraid to reach out and say, hey, like, what do you think of this? I need your help with this, or how did you do that?
There's no pride in growth.
I have no, literally, like, I have no, like, I want to know, like, because you've been doing it. You're successful. Show me. And then know what's on me is like when we get there, it's on us
Pay
to
it
show
forward.
somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's
you gotta
on.
pass along the information.
That's it.
Pass along what you learned, the mistakes you made, the things that you've overcame. All those things are important that you guys have. Besides being business owners, you have a responsibility to people now. Not just the people that you love and care about, but the people that are going to be under your tutelage. Because you speak about who's that one guy that gave you the business plan, Patrick?
Patrick, yeah.
You're going to be someone's Patrick one day, both
Right.
of you. And right now, you're grooming for that position because you're learning the business, you're learning how to run and manage something, and you're entrepreneurs in full spirit. This is prepping you for the next level in life that you have no clue what's going to happen, but you stay driven, focused, and take it day by day. That's going to take you into the next level, and it's going to help you make a better version of both of yourselves to be a better version for someone else. I greatly, strongly believe that. I really do.
I don't think it'd be as fun if we knew what we were doing.
Yeah, who wants to have a cheat book?
It's kind of
Being a know-it-all is
and just
Oh,
you know
you-
kind of to to kind of touch, like, continue on what he said, like we never asked anybody a question and they were like, can't tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
information.
secret. Like there are so many people that could have looked at us as a bother, competition, being intrusive, and
annoying.
Not annoying. Well, I'm sure plenty of people said we're annoying.
Yeah, they probably think we're annoying.
But they were so generous with the information and the advice and the support.
So when we have that opportunity, we're going to do the
I
same.
can't wait.
Pass it along.
That's
I
it.
can't wait.
And
It's not, what I'm
it's
saying?
not. It's gonna happen. It's
not
just a matter of
build
time.
this circle that this little, we got a little circle of guys, all doing our thing. Like, and it's, everybody's got their own thing, and we're able to support each other, and it's grow the circle. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, man. Like Justin talked about that moment, or in the beginning of the podcast when we were, standing in the gym, and it was like Patrick and Eric and Scott and I don't know who else. I think it might have been it.
I think that was it. But all three
But
people.
it was just like,
all people who are all successful entrepreneurs, that all were very intricate in helping this happen.
You don't
we
know how
haven't
that is.
arrived.
That is
No, we haven't. No.
We have not arrived. we have not experienced the success that they have.
I'm telling you right now, like, it's lucky if you get one partner, but to have a team that can really like chaperone you into the next level of owning a business, that is rare. You're in rarefied air right now. You guys are super gratitude.
We're fortunate.
Super fortunate. Grateful.
Very grateful.
But the good thing is, pass it along. That's the biggest takeaway I see.
We will when we have that opportunity.
And you guys, I said, you guys seem like great guys. Like, I'll hang out with you guys. That's how great you guys seem. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
come to the gym.
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. My wife needs a personal trainer.
Okay, so we got that.
She told me to put that plug
Shout
in
out
there.
Gianna.
I need
We'll
the family
get her hooked up with
discount.
Gianna.
You know what I'm saying? Let's hook this up. I'm gonna send a lot of people to your gym.
There we go.
We're gonna
Appreciate
make this
that.
happen.
Let's
But
go.
Come get the hoodies.
I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for the future for you guys.
That's right.
I can't wait to see what's next with Paramount Gym. I can't wait to see what's next with both of you guys as individuals and how far your development's going to come. God bless both of you, man. And thank you, Lord, that you guys are here today to tell your story. Because,
Thank you, man.
It's going to, someone's going to hear this and their life is going to instantly change. I'm not even joking. Like, they're going to hear something in this podcast and they're going to say, wow, they did it.
If they could do it, I could do it.
I can do it. And they were in a worse position, or I'm in a better position, and look where they came from, or vice versa. But here we are, and now all we could do is move forward. And that's going to be the takeaway I feel like a lot of people are going to get from this. And I'm so thankful that you guys took your time out to come here and tell your story.
Well,
man.
thank you for this opportunity, man.
It means the
for the
world,
apples.
dude.
And the apples. Yeah, apples were dope. I mean, the lasagna looks better or whatever it was, but I can't have the lasagna, the ziti. That's what I really wanted, but Coach would get mad, I think.
Yeah.
He's in prep.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm trying my hardest. I got 120 days left, man. That's it for the. There's one other question, but again, I didn't want to ask you, but
It's up to you. Whatever you want.
Listen, have you ever had any vices, which we both know you had? And we know how. Well, we don't know how you overcame them. We do know you guys, went to the meetings. But do you want to speak on those vices and how'd you get out of that?
I mean, I'm not gonna get too, too involved in like what the substances were, because whatever it is, it was a 10-year run for me. That was hell and back. I like I said before, I didn't think I would be here. I thought I was gonna die that way. That's it. I like, the only thing I could say that how I overcame them is I got to a point of literally admitting that I was, I had a problem, and did what they tell you to do is, go to a 12-step fellowship and, get with people that have been doing it. And that's what I did. I got with people like John that, somehow I couldn't imagine that were able to live their lives and be happy without certain substances. And I rode with those people, and, since that day, I haven't found the excuse to, use a drug or a drink, and that's rare. And I think we're both like that. I mean,
Rarefied air.
yeah,
I told
like,
you this, man.
I'm not cured. It's it's something that's going to be a daily thing for me. But like I found, faith that you were talking about. And I won't get too involved in that because I don't want to, shove that down people's throats. But like, it's an intricate part of my recovery,
part of your
who
build,
I
yeah.
am.
Are you a Christian?
I am a Christian. Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a Christian too. Dope.
But that's how I overcame that, and we're here because of like people like John that showed me that it was possible. It's
Get emotional here, man.
Yeah,
I never got emotional on a podcast.
So
you're bugging me out right
yeah.
now.
So I love you, buddy. Thanks for
love you, too.
thanks for showing me the way, I guess.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And John, same thing for you. You can answer if you want.
Just repeat the question. I was like,
Have you ever had
Drunk
any-
off apples.
These apples are good. I'm telling you, man. Have you ever had any vices, and how did you overcome them?
obviously I had the vices. As far as overcoming them, if we're speaking on what we spoke on earlier, I stopped when I was done. As simple as that. It just happened that the people around me were done a long time before I was. Wow. You know, they had it a long time before I did. Yeah. When I had it, I stopped and I leaned on the support that was there all along. Wow. You know, so I have to add that last part because I don't want to make it sound like I did it on my own.
No,
because, you know, the one thing that, you know, this path in life has afforded me, not the one thing, the most important thing that this path has afforded me is the relationships that I've acquired along the way. People like Justin, you know, people like Scott, Alan. You know, it's as far as vices are concerned, you better have some vices. I mean, you don't do drugs. It's ridiculous. But you don't do. You know what I'm saying? I have watched Justin work out the way I have watched some people use drugs. It's insane. He doesn't stop, but he's a specimen of a human being. Absolutely, you know, he's you know. So you better have some vices. You know, it just, you don't have to kill yourself with them. You know, life is not super serious all the time, and my vices change. You know, I like to go to AC. I like to overeat. I like to buy clothes. I like to cover my entire body with tattoos. You better have a vice.
Yeah.
Or you're taking life too seriously.
As long as they're healthy and positive.
Yeah, and they don't even have to be healthy, but just don't let them kill you.
Yeah.
Well,
everything in moderation.
The word vice kind of suggests that it's unhealthy, but it's something that allows you to escape
The daily grind.
daily grind.
Well, I guess what you're saying
it doesn't
is
have to be crack.
Well, I guess what you're saying. No, but I guess what you're saying is decompression. You need to find something that can help decompress you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you guys both have your methods and what you do. Again, for me, it's from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. I got to be in that gym. Mm-hmm. And that, if I don't go to the gym the first 2 hours of my day, I am grumpy. I'll get into arguments with people. I'm not centered. I'm not anchored. I need those 2 hours with nobody to talk to me, just either a song or a podcast in my ears. And I just want to feel that pain of watching my muscles break down and grow.
Yeah.
You can come to Paramount, John. I'll be taking it.
I was gonna say I'm in there 5 a.m., but I'm not working out.
I'm telling you, you'll be watching me.
I'm sleeping, yeah. But if you don't have any vices, I don't know if I trust you.
Yeah, you gotta have something that I think vices has a negative tone to it. Let's just say passions, right? What are your passions? You know, and I feel that again, if you don't have that, you're not living.
You're not living life.
You know, so I think both of you exemplify that in your own ways with the things you love in your life, as long as with family as well, and running this business, which is helping change lives. I mean, this is so, I mean, to put a ribbon on this, we went from one extreme to another. In the beginning of the podcast, you talked about how you guys both, you know, came out of addiction and you were addicted to something bad. And now look at all the good you're addicted to. Mm. It's a beautiful, like, warrior story. It's literally like salt of the earth, real deal, true championship caliber type of stuff here. And without being addicted to these good things, you wouldn't have the collaboration team you have with you. The gym wouldn't come to fruition. It's all the dominoes falling in place at the right time to evoke change. And I think you guys have gotten so far this way with that, and you're going to go thousands and thousands of miles more. And I'm excited to see it.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, man.
The
Seriously.
stories, I mean, you just got to remember that the story's not over. You know what I'm saying? It's
The
not.
book is still being
that
written.
there's
That's
still
it.
consequences for your decisions. You know, that there is, it's, I don't know. I just want to be very self-conscious about not giving off the vibe that I think that we have arrived. You
Yeah.
know, he said,
no,
we
no,
are
you're-
living the dream, but there is so much more work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Car door is open, the foot's not out yet.
That's right.
And that's the mentality you got to have every day.
Yeah.
But again, I can see the drive in your eyes. Like, I'm not even joking. And I think great things are going to keep happening. No, he's ready to go. He's ready to do it. Let's throw up 5 real quick. Boom, boom,
That's
boom,
right.
you know?
That's right.
But no, seriously, guys, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate
Thank
you
you
guys
so much
sharing
for
your
having
story.
us.
Absolutely, man.
Cheers.
And,
Thank you so much, man.
I'm pretty much done here. I mean, I'm going to leave the floor open real quick, let you guys promote your gym and anything else you have to say to, the people out there and how they can find you, all that good stuff.
What's our Instagram handle, John? You're the social media expert.
Paramount Gym NJ.
That's right. Website is NJ Paramount Gym.
No, Paramount Gym NJ.
There you go.
www. Remember that from the
Oh yeah, that's right.
www.
You don't got to put the
No.
W there. All right. And
What's the address?
I do know the address.
Go.
343 Route 34, Mattawa, New Jersey. Come and check us out. I promise you will not be.
Disappointed.
You will not
You
be
better
disappointed.
come check us out.
I'm
Yeah.
checking you out. No
Promise?
BS, bro.
Okay.
No BS. I'm there, bro.
Come and see us, man.
Man of my word.
Top of the line equipment, awesome atmosphere.
Great music.
Playlist
Great
is
DJ.
fire.
Everybody says that's the first thing everybody says is the music is on point.
I don't fuck around with the
He
playlist.
doesn't
I'm
play
not-
around.
That's why I wish I worked out at night. I'm not to do a double dip, man.
That's fine. Come
Yeah.
through,
You
bro.
guys open Saturdays, right? Till 6?
That's right.
7 to 6.
7
You
to
guys
6 on
both there
Saturday.
on that Saturday? or
Yes.
Yes,
know what I'm gonna
I'm
do?
opening on Saturdays usually, and
Yeah,
he
hangs
comes
out for a
in
little bit.
around 12. I'm usually there for most of the day.
No? Okay.
And
So
so-
you know what? I might just come through on a Saturday then, because I want to bring my wife with me.
Come through, man.
Yeah.
Saturday's a big
1 o'clock. You get
Saturday. Yeah, come around. Yeah, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You get the best of both worlds with me and him.
Beautiful.
Places, popping on Saturdays. A lot of guest passes. People having a good time.
It's
you know.
beautiful.
Are
know.
the guest pass free? Nah.
The guest pass are not
I
free,
got one for
but for
you.
you, I
My
got
man.
a
I
free
got
guest
one for you.
pass.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
And
you.
your wife.
No,
you know.
listen, we're going to do business together, and my wife specifically told me to mention this to you. She needs a personal trainer
We got one.
because the
Yeah,
wedding
that's-
is
we got
August
a couple.
13th.
We got a couple.
So
of them.
we're going to
Good
definitely
ones.
chop it up off camera.
Can't wait.
You know, guys, again, thank you so much for both of you for coming.
Thank
I
you
really
for having us.
appreciate you.
Louis, thank you so much,
And,
brother.
likewise, man. And best of luck with Paramount Gym and anything else in your life that you guys are pushing for. And thank you for being an inspiration to whoever's listening to this podcast. And I am your host, Luis Guzman. That is a wrap, episode 009. I am an artist, not a salesman podcast. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Luis Guzman 2444. Make sure you follow our YouTube page and subscribe, like, and share. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great one. Peace.
You're always there when I'm down and I'm stressed. My mind is a thought away. I'll be in outer space. Sometimes it's just a throwaway, but either way, I never go away. Through rejections and comments suggested, you stay manifested. I never lose a step. I gain about 50. I break through the wall steadily and quite swiftly. You can't break my spirit. I'm a self-starter. Don't ever let me go. Passion, I need you, mama.
Don't ever go. I need you by my side.